Hello guys, Kim Jong Lee here, and I'm back with another online commentary battle for Total War. This time it's another 2 versus 231k rules battle. Sent in by Esrax again. I really need more of these replays, so if any of you guys have replays that you'd like put on YouTube, then feel free to send them to me. But we've got Esrax over here. 14-6 it looks like for everybody. We've got Scippy, also in the Immortals of War clan, and Mohamad, and the Terrible Turk. So I don't see much differentiation in the builds here. I think the only difference here is the Legionary First Cohort, which I don't think makes that much of a difference. So we're gonna just get started here. Looks like Esrax has gone a bit wide with this formation, so he's really looking for that probably aggressive kind of envelopment on Mohamad. Mohamad's gone for a more compact lineup. Yeah, and I guess this helps with the Legionary First being able to boost the morale of the troops close to it. Looks like nothing's really happening, so I'll just double speed it. So with these Rome v Romes, these are some of my favorite. This is basically my favorite matchup because I find this matchup the most even. I think if you bring any other faction than Rome, then someone's going to have it skewed, or someone's going to have be slightly favored. It's also fun, but I'm just a boring person, so I like standard things. The Peeler duel has started. Terrible Turk taking up a very kind of defensive stance against Scippy. Yeah, I don't think he needs to go on the defensive quite this early because nothing's really happened for one. So he can really just match Scippy, and it should be fine. But it looks like he's decided to fall back. I'm assuming he wants to use this unit as like a surprise thing, but I mean, if you keep it there, it's sort of obvious that you're trying to use this to do something. So your opponent's always going to be watching this group. Mohamad lining up with Esrax. If I were him, I'd probably move some units to match Esrax's spread. Terrible Turk as well. I'd definitely try to match the spread of Scippy. There's no reason to start going defensive when everything is even at the moment. There would be grounds for this if maybe he had lost a unit or two, and he was down 2 units, then going on the defensive would be fine. But I think maybe he's being a little bit too defensive here, but this is really still inconsequential, so I'm just rambling for nothing, basically. Mohamad's gonna push up a bit here. Esrax still has room to go for the surround. Mohamad is pressuring him a little bit, but yeah, they're just peelering each other. Yeah, manual peeler, they're really good. Definitely want to get as much manual peeler as you can onto your opponent's loose units or tight units, so that when you both engage, you can try and get like an infantry advantage. And every volley counts, so every volley that doesn't go into a testudo is pretty good. Looks like Esrax has managed to put a unit here in the center. It's quite I think the center isn't as important as the flanks. If you put a unit in the center, you can actually get routed really easily with cav if you overextend with it. Whereas if you get it on a flank, it's more difficult to get cav charged because they have to kind of move around it first. Whereas if it's in the center, they can just charge the center and it will get destroyed. So although this is nice, Esrax has to be careful not to play too much into this gap. And Mohamad might see this, and he might be going for it. Mohamad might be trying to bait Esrax into going straight for this hole here, and so they can just combine cap charge and route these 3 units for free. Esrax has to be careful not to fall for that. But Mohamad being a bit careless here with the urban cohorts. He's got no peeler screen up at the moment, so this has allowed Esrax to get some really nice peeler into this unit here. As you see, it's down to 61. On this side, Terrible Turk has gone for a bit of an offensive. Mohamad is like about even. Terrible Turk going on the offensive here, starting to pressure this kind of this side here of Scippy. Scippy. I wouldn't say he's in a good spot, but he's not doing too bad. He's taking it slow, which is nice. He's also matched here, which is good. You should definitely match any flanking move, and that's exactly what he's done. And he seems to be getting... maybe he's gotten the better of it so far, because 2 units are routed, but they might just have been peeler screens from the Terrible Turk. Mohamad's putting 2 UCAV out here to threaten this flank. Esrax has done the same, but Mohamad looks like he's going for a push now. He's starting to send Urbans over. Will they take some peeler? I'm not sure. Esrax has got to be quite careful now. He's got to start moving his cav to this flank, otherwise his response will be too late if Mohamad goes in for a charge. Mohamad's gonna throw his cav out here to the side. Esrax is gonna go for the charge. Mohamad moves into block here, and he's going to charge through here. I think Esrax is gonna get the better of this one, just because Mohamad pulled out of that charge, and Esrax didn't, and so I think Esrax got the better of that, maybe just by a little bit. But Esrax might get killed here if he's not careful. Looks like he has gotten the pull out, which is very nice. The general is here, so Esrax has got to be quite careful. Esrax could get a pretty good surround on this cav if Mohamad doesn't pull out. That's 1 unit routed. Another unit looks like it's gotten stuck. Or over here, still fairly even, nothing too bad, but Scippy sent over 2 units, which is really nice here. Very good map awareness from Scippy. He's noticed that there's a huge fight going on here. If he can disrupt Mohamad for even like 2 seconds, it might give Esrax the window of opportunity he needs to just like swing the game with this flank. So he's done a really nice job here, and with that, the Terrible Turk hasn't made much progress. Well, hasn't made as much progress as he would have liked, probably, against Scippy. So, Scippy is probably starting to die off here, a little bit. Although, he's still in good shape, I think. But Scippy's decided to concentrate on this side now, I reckon. But Mohamad's noticed that he's starting to lose it, because Scippy, I mean, crushed these 3 units. Some of them have come back, but they're not as good as before. Scippy's got to be very careful now, because he's going to throw away these 4 units for free, and he has to make something of it if it's going to, if he wants to make it worth it. Looks like he's busted them out of Testudo though, so maybe he wants to fight. He might be going for a flank here with these 3 units, which is quite nice. But Esrax should be reorganizing a bit here. Mohamad's very organized, but Esrax is all over the place. So he might want to slap some things back into place. Looks like he's getting a peeler screen out there, which is a good start. Looks like Scippy has moved these 3 units out to flank. Mohamad looks like he's going to try and regroup a bit with Terrible Turk, which is not a bad move. It's quite good, considering Esrax looks like he's ready to pounce at any moment. So the closer he can get to Terrible Turk before he engages with Esrax, the more support he'll potentially be able to get, and the more he'll be able to support Terrible Turk as well. Terrible Turk over here looks like he's about to get... Ooh, that was close. Good micro there. Some of Scippy's units have started routing here, which is very nice for Terrible Turk. Looks like his push has started to bear results. He's got to be careful though, because a lot of cav is coming through here. Looks like Esrax and Scippy are going to be able to take out a couple of these units here. Mohamad's going to come in with a counter charge, but a lot of the cav is gone already, so it's not going to do much. It's going to hurt him more than, if anything. Looks like some cav and infantry is going to get squished here. See who gets the better of this mess over there. Mohamad's still very organized. He should probably keep moving across. He's definitely got capacity to do it. Looks like he's going to push onto Esrax now because he thinks Esrax's infantry is in pretty flimsy shape. And it looks like Terrible Turk has gotten the better of Scippy. So, Scippy was trying to support... He was probably quite split between supporting Esrax and fighting Terrible Turk. And maybe because of the route he got on Mohamad's 3 units, he got a bit, you know, a bit greedy. Maybe he thought that if he could throw the match here, and if Esrax won, then with a large enough amount of troops left over, they would be fine. But I think he should have kept going against Terrible Turk. I think that would have been better. So Esrax's cav is gonna get combined with Scippy's cav. It's still quite even in the cav department, but in the infantry department, they're not doing so well. Esrax has got a random big blob of infantry back here though, which could be very useful. Scippy is going to charge in here. Terrible Turk, some of his units did get caught out. But Mohamad here with a nice counter charge. Gonna rout a lot of Scippy's cav, so it's down to Esrax now. Esrax, a couple of his units have died. Oh dear. So there's not much left of Esrax's army. He does have a bunch of cav left. Scippy's also got a couple of things here and there, but it's definitely in the ball's definitely in Mohamad and Terrible Turk's court right now. Terrible Turk gonna align. Gonna go for a slice down the middle. Mohamad's gonna come in from 2 sides, try and crush this flank here. Esrax with a nice counter charge or 2 himself. Scippy coming in with a massive charge. This could decide everything, just turn everything on its head. Esrax, Scippy, everyone's going in there. It's just a crush of things. Who's winning? I can't tell anymore. There seems to be a lot of red and a lot of purple, so I think Mohamad's winning. Okay, the CPI general is routed. A lot of the green people are routing, so I think Mohamad and Terrible Turk got the better of that engagement there. There are a couple of fragments out here that need to be dealt with, but if Mohamad can reorganize his infantry, and yeah, it should be pretty GG. Esrax macroing his cav pretty well here. Terrible Turk should be coddling this cav a bit more, I think. These Broody cav gonna come in, and nope, they're not gonna come because they just saw their allies die. Mohamad has a lot of infantry left, he's reorganized, and he's heading towards the new battleground with some of just a little bit of Scippy's stuff left over. This unit can come out of Testudo now, can join the fray. Looks like Scippy's going for a charge here. Could be decent. Yeah, did a little bit. Terrible Turk comes in with a charge. Kills the general, routs the general. Everything else should soon follow. So what I felt like it came down to there. I mean, it was very close overall. Yeah, it was very, very close. Scippy, probably, I think Scippy with the Testudos, it looked like he was going to give up his side and just go all in and help Esrax. But then he kind of reconsidered, and I think that hesitation probably cost them the game, because he pretty much just allowed 4 urban cohorts to get surrounded and killed. Not for free, but almost for free. And yeah, those 4 urbans would really have helped against the amount of infantry Mohamad had near the end. So I think after that the cab charge that routed 3 of Mohamad's units, he probably got a bit too excited. Um, I think a better course of action after that would have been to just bring the 2 cav units back and just refocus on to Terrible Turk and try to win against Terrible Turk instead, because freeing up those 3 urbans should allow Esrax to like do some work against Mohamad anyway. Um, Going all in on that probably wasn't the best idea. I don't know if that was actually what he was thinking, but um, that's just what I think he was thinking. So don't take my word for it. Um, yeah. Ezrax's kills mostly Praetorian Cav. So yeah. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and keep sending me replays for next time.